Hi, and welcome to Fishing and Boating South Oz. Plenty on the show this week, so stay with us. We'll be giving you the chance to win a Humminbird portable echo sounder from Glasscraft Marine, check out the cutest little boat, and Jambo gets cooking with the snapper. West Lakes is a water sports haven, even for fishing it seems, as Shane Mensforth discovered.
Well, the West Lakes system, and a couple of good casts from Adelaide, really remarkable piece of water. It wasn't here 20 years ago, this was all swamp, but now it's full of water and it's full of fish. We're trying to catch mullet here this afternoon. Having a bit of trouble with little brim and trumpeters, but we'll keep trying. I'm sure we'll pull a good feed of mullet before the light goes. Got a double header just to make me look bad here. Double header of beautiful mullet, have a look at that. They're lovely mullet. Nice yellow eyes. Beautiful condition. Quite feels like the air's a mullet. Quite a nice one too, I think.
Not bad mullet at all.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. For a fisher of West Lakes that anyone can catch. It's a little bit of modest tackle, a bit of meat for bait, a bit of bread and mince for burley, and you can take home a good feed of these if you know what you're doing. Even if you don't know what you're doing like me. The rig we've been using consists of 3 size 8 hooks, tied fairly closely together. You can use 3 hooks, that's the maximum you're allowed. Just a lightweight spring sinker, probably half an ounce there, just enough to get out. Now the wind's dropped right away, so we've been able to cut back the sinker weight. And we're just using small little bits of solid skirt stake for bait here. Now Gary behind me is a devotee of soft mints, but you can catch them on either. When they're very finicky, the soft mint seems to be better than the solid stuff, but when they're biting like they have been tonight, a bit of this steak and you can't go wrong. Not sure if this is a mullet or not. Yes, it is. Yep, quite a fair fish. It happens sometimes, you know, you can sit there for half an hour and not get a bite and the sun will dip below the horizon and I go crazy. Well, I don't think this is a mullet, but you never know. Oh, yes, it could be. Yes, it is. It's a nice one too. They can pull these mullet. It's quite a reasonable fish. And that guy there, I think I was in the water about a second before he bit. So as the lights dropped, the fishing action's increased. I might stay until it gets dark if it keeps going like this. It's certainly the right day to be talking about wet weather clothing. It's been raining and windy all morning. If you're serious about your overnight fishing or your long-range yachting, it pays to go for the very best wet weather gear you can get your hands on. This Helly Hansen equipment I'm wearing from Glasscraft Marine is exactly that. It's light, it's manoeuvrable, but above all, it's very warm and very dry. Now, I'd hoped to have a couple of our FAB supermodels down here with us to show you the stuff today, but we've blown the budget. They haven't turned up. You're going to have to put up with our motley crew. Come in, fellas, show us what you're wearing and behave yourselves. As you can see, there's a great range of colours, good styles available. Seriously, Helly Hansen gear, great stuff at a good price. And if you pay peanuts, you get monkeys.
If you've taken your vehicle down on the beach for a day's fishing, don't forget to give it a good wash down because the sand that you've been driving in is full of salt and that is sprayed all up underneath your vehicle and is going to corrode the vehicle unless you look after it and give it a good clean.
The most moving, most inspirational, real survival epic of our times.
Anything is possible.
Ethan Hawke stars in Alive, tonight 8:30 on 7.
Here we go. Wait a minute, hang on. So Evan's all right. Evan's okay, George. That's the windscreen wipe. It's got nothing to do with it. Hang on. Wait, just a wee minute. Hang on. Here we go.
In Australia, what impressed me most was the outback. I came to appreciate its quality so much, I brought it back with me.
When you're looking for a patio, carport or pergola, look no further than the all-Australian Stratco Outback. Look at the range of options, new styles, wider cover, a bigger choice of features, all designed to suit your individual needs at a price to suit your budget.
Australians are so lucky to have the magnificent outback.
Phone now and let an authorised Stratco dealer show you the magnificent Outback.
Everyone who's ever wanted a bigger, brighter, better home can see, try and buy all the products and ideas they need in the 5-pack pavilions at this year's Sunday Mail Home Show at Wavell Showgrounds, with a chance to share in the Commonwealth Bank $30,000 home spending spree. Sunday Mail Home Show, Adelaide's premier home event, starts Thursday.
There's no place like it.
It really could change your life.
Every house is different. You've got big house blocks and little houses, and no, it's really good, and it doesn't make the place look boring because every house is different size and colour, and yeah, it's really good.
It's great to go for a walk of a night and as you walk around the area to look at what people have done with their houses.
Golden Grove, see for yourself because it speaks for itself.
You've got lots of cafes, doctors, dentists, chemists. What more do you want?
Who are these kids? Rejects from hell?
Hollywood sensation Michelle Pfeiffer.
I would like to help you.
In a compelling true story. Sunday 8:30.
There are no victims in this classroom.
Dangerous Minds on 7. Their true feelings finally come out. Monday on Ally McBeal.
In a moment, the ins and outs of hooking a big trevally. But first, Andrew Dalgetty from Primary Industries and Resources, SA.
Our fish stocks in South Australia belong to all of us, and we're all responsible for looking after them. If you see any fishing activity that you're unsure about, give the Fishwatch number a call.
Hello, is this Fishwatch? Yes, I'm just down here at Garden Island. I've seen a couple of guys go past in a boat, and I think they're netting. I'm not sure if they can do that.
The Fishwatch number is monitored 24 hours a day and also acts as an information source for the latest in fishing rules and regulations.
Silver trevally are one of my favourite fish to catch. You can find them around the jetties, near rocky ledges, in estuaries and even in the surf at times. But the best way of locating the bigger trevally is to try the offshore reefs. Investigator Strait, between KI and York Peninsula, is a famous trevally area. Well, by the way this guy's going, I reckon he's a silver trevally. The very best thing about fishing out here is you never know what you're going to hook next. Could be a whiting, could be a snapper, could be a snook or a trevally. But whatever it is, 40 odd metres of water, they take a bit of getting to the top, I can tell you. When the trevally are on, double headers are common, and man, do they take some landing. Here's another double. This was one hectic session. Yeah, he's about a kilo, this guy. Lift him in. Got a nice little silver. And as I said, not the Rolls Royce of fish to eat, but not a bad one either. A couple of weeks ago, we came across a school of these 4 and 5 kilo fish in the same area, and man, were they tough. You know a trevally is a good one when you've got to gaff it to get it out of the water. These fish were caught on pilchards, but trevally will take a variety of baits like cockles, craytail, prawns, and even mincemeat at times. That's one big silver.
What we're trying to do with this segment is bring you the best fish in South Australia and cook it the simplest way so you can do it at home on the premise that if I can do it, you can do it. And Jamo, today we're doing snapper.
If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Is that right?
Is that right?
Exactly. Well, mate, I'm no cook. I must own up to that, and that's why I'm letting you guys do it all.
All right, then. We've got snapper cutlets. We usually do snapper fillets here at Manny's, but we thought we'd give them a go. Found in the waters of Western Australia and also off the coast of Whaley here in South Australia. So, very good, very nice fish.
And Capo Brothers brought this in for you today.
Again, very nice.
Okay. And Judy Bickmore from Adelaide Produce Markets, what about you?
We're making pesto stuffed tomatoes using the Tobalong Scousey tomatoes from Murray Bridge.
That
Beautiful.
looks very intriguing. We might
Yes.
come back to you in just a minute or two, but let's get Jamo underway, shall we? What exactly is the best way to do snapper cutlets?
Okay, you can do them on the flat, on the pan, or you can do them on the grill. We thought we'd try one on each and see how we go. But what we need to do...
Oh, I see. It's a bit of an experiment today,
It is indeed.
isn't it?
It is indeed. What we need to do is just drop it in the flour first. Just give it a bit of a pat.
That's
all
it.
right. So we'll give that a go.
And straight onto the... Should we put a bit of oil on there first?
Well, that one's not too bad because actually it might stick a little bit if it's on there. But what we might do, I'll get you to place some oil.
Yep,
on the...
here we go. This could be fun. Just on here.
Yes, please.
Beautiful.
All right.
We're away.
There we go.
And that's it. How long does it take to cook?
Well, it doesn't take too many minutes. Probably 5, 6, 7 minutes, depending on how hot it is. You probably need it reasonably hot to get it going.
Well, let's let them sizzle away here. So, Judy, tell me about these beautiful stuffed tomatoes here.
Well, they're very easy to prepare. All we need to do is just to cut the top off the tomato like so.
And leaving your finger intact.
Leaving fingers intact. And we scoop out the flesh.
Lovely aroma.
Now
okay.
the filling for the tomatoes, we've got some sun-dried tomato pesto and some cooked brown rice. So that just needs to be mixed in together. It smells beautiful, doesn't it?
It's just
pesto.
Have you got a bit of chilli in there?
No. There's
a bit of a
in
chilli
the no fresh chilies in here. There are some probably in the pesto.
All right.
Okay.
Now, so we've got the...
So we just need to pop that into the tomatoes. Like
And how
so.
long will you need to cook these?
We'll put these on a baking tray and cover them with alfoil and put them in the oven for 20 minutes. And then we'll take the alfoil off and put them back in the oven for another 5 minutes because that will allow the cheeses that we're about to put on top to brown and they'll look really nice when they're
Okay.
done.
And not to forget that this recipe and any of the others you've seen here on Fishing and Boating South Oz are available on our website. So a little bit of cheese on there
A
now.
little bit of grated cheese and some Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
A little bit of a sprinkle of black pepper
And we'll pop them straight
them
into the tray.
on the tray.
And
they're
into
ready
the
to
oven.
go.
I look a bit lonely there.
Don't know. We'll have to make some more later.
But here's a couple that you prepared earlier.
Isn't that clever?
Just like that.
Ta-da.
And we'll go and see what young Jamo's up to here.
All right, these are almost done.
Anybody would actually believe that you're a bit of a chef.
Did it all the way through school, actually.
And you work here in the kitchen at Manny's from time to time.
Oh, only peeling spuds.
Is that all they let you do?
Absolutely.
Okay, there it is, snapper cutlets and pesto-filled tomatoes. Or pesto-stuffed tomatoes, I should say, Judith. Lovely stuff.
Well, we're back with Andrew at the marina Hindmarsh Island on board the Manastique, which is just wonderful. And tell me about some of the features, Andrew.
Well, Laura, Manastique is a 27-foot trailer sailor, which is set up to sleep 6. It's got a beautiful interior and it's great for a family to get away for a weekend or maybe 5 days if they can afford the break. We've got smaller boats, which are as easy to sail as Manastique, from the 19-foot yachts through to the fishing market of the 15-foot runabouts, the 19-foot diesel cruisers, and right through to the Cuddles 30, which can sleep 6 with shower, toilet, and all the mod cons.
Absolutely. Now, just how easy is a boat like the Manastique to...
Yeah, Manastique's a very easy boat to sail. It's got roller reefing on the headsail for the yachties. That really is a great invention.
Right.
And you don't have to have a lot of experience. All you need is a boat licence and the desire to get out on the water and sail.
Absolutely. And speaking of desire, I mean, how long would, say, a family wish to get out and about on the water?
Well, it varies. Those who've got busy lifestyles can rush down on a Saturday morning and get a great weekend in, but those who've got the time just love to stay out for a week or so.
And certainly with weather such as this, you'd want to be out for a week or so.
Oh, there's plenty more of this to come,
Oh,
Laura.
good. Thanks, Andrew.
Don't go away. There's plenty more happening right after the latest from the 7 News desk.
Coming up shortly, the heartbreaking death of an Adelaide teenager while walking her dog, new hope for the jobless, and Might and Power stamps himself as one of the greats of Australian horse racing.
Nobody knows news like 7.
Close your eyes and consider this for a moment. A prime cut of ribeye beef, slightly smoked and char-grilled to perfection. We place it gently on our own lightly seasoned potato rosti and top it with golden brown crumbed onion rings. Then you select hot vegetables or toss your own fresh garden salad with the dressing of your choice. The flavour is sensational. Enjoy it with a Coke in the new Collector series of glasses. That's just one of the new dishes on offer at Schnitzel's Plus.
This is a demonstration to show how new Lawn Tamer from Yates slows the growth of your lawn. You'll only have to mow it half as often, and the lawn will become thicker and lusher. Watch. We might need some help here. Thank you, ladies. See? New Lawn Tamer from Yates. A beautiful lawn you mow half as often.
Want to buy or sell a car? Now there's a better way and it's simple. See? Auto Supermarket Weekly. Look, full colour pictures of your car, 4x4, ute, motorcycle, light commercial, boat or caravan. We'll send our photographer to you and it's all included in the price. $60 for 2 weeks or advertise for as little as $20. Call Auto Supermarket Weekly on 1300 36 97 98. Auto Supermarket Weekly are pictures with 1,000 words.
Step aboard the Bluebird Barossa train and experience the nostalgia, luxury and hospitality we offer. Available for charter, social groups, incentives, conventions, weddings and more. Book your group by phoning Bluebird Barossa Trains for details. 8212 7888.
Well, every year I volunteer to knock on doors. I know that 100% of the money I collect goes direct to the Anti-Cancer Foundation, to research and education, to help and support. 100% of all donations. You know, that makes me feel good. So, what about you?
North Haven Marina has become a popular mooring spot for boaties. With us today is Joe Humby, the marina manager. Joe, just tell us why. What are some of the good features?
With the close proximity to the Gulf, the closeness to Adelaide and the amount of residential component around the marina, it's quite a good boating area.
Okay, what size boats can you take here?
We range from 8.5 metres to 17 metres.
And what are some of the good facilities you've got to offer these guys?
We can offer them the most requirements that boaties need, and that's security, maintenance, chandlery. As far as the niceties of boating, you have a tavern, a cafe, and then we go to the off-boat facilities, the restrooms, and they're quite good restrooms that we have.
Okay, if I want to buy one of these berths, what would it cost me?
Our berths range from 8.5 metre would be $11,000 to about a 15 metre. Now we in the price range of about $35,000.
Joe, thanks for that information. Now, if you've broken your fishing rod, Shane Menforth's got some good tips for you.
Every angler, regardless of how careful he or she is going to damage a fishing rod at some stage. I've done it dozens of times, but it doesn't mean you have to throw the rod away. I'm with Dave Yates from the sport fishing scene, and Dave, you're the guru of repairs, is that correct?
That's what they call me.
Well, tell us, Shazzy, what are you doing here today?
As you can see, this runner has been damaged, bent right over, the centre's missing. What I intend to do is cut the bindings off and then rebind a new one in place. It's relatively quick and relatively cheap.
What happens if the blank itself is broken?
If a blank is broken in the top third, it's usually fairly terminal because that's the main working curve of the rod and you really can't do much.
Right, okay, but if it's broken in half, so you could put a ferrule in it?
If it's broken in half or very close to it, we can generally put a ferrule in it. Doesn't mean it'll be 100%, but it'll certainly be usable.
So you don't have to throw it away?
That's correct.
Now, obviously, Dave, getting a guide repaired like this is a hell of a lot cheaper than buying a new rod.
Yeah, it's most certainly. The runner that I'm using here is only about $2 to do the actual job. Another $3 or $4 to rebind it, what I'm doing now, and to recoat it. Relatively simple.
So that's all there is to it?
Yep, it's all done. Rebound. All I have to do now is put a bit of masking tape either side and do recoating, which Ross had showed you previously, and the job is finished, ready for the customer to pick up.
The Clayton Marine Trident 4.2 is the first fully South Australian built boat we're going to feature on the program. Its manufacturer, Clayton Peak, has made over 100 of these things. They're in every Australian state. He's also sent some overseas as well. Now, as you can hear by the wind that's whistling around my ears, it's a pretty nasty day down here at North Haven. But the 4.2's got a good rough water reputation. We're going to take it out into the Gulf and see exactly what it's going to do. The Trident's available as a runabout like we've got here, a centre console or an open dinghy. It's a tri-hull, which means it can do a lot of things traditional monohulls simply can't cope with. Although it's only 14 feet long, the Trident's not bothered at all by lumpy water. Those three hulls provide exceptional performance in rough seas. The ride's soft and very sure-footed. Those tunnels trap plenty of air to cushion the impact. Tight turns at speed are no problem at all. The tri-hole design provides maximum grip on the water with no side slip or propeller cavitation. The Trident works very well with motors from 25 horsepower upwards, but I reckon the Yamaha 40 is just about perfect for the hull. Those broad outer chines keep spray well down, exactly where it belongs. Although it's basic, the Trident's interior is very well thought out. There's provision for a tote-style fuel tank, there's plenty of shelf storage in the cockpit, and that forward compartment's positively huge. Working the anchor from inside the boat is about as convenient as you can get. As they say, only madmen and boat testers would venture out onto the Gulf on a day like today, but the Trident 4.2 took it all in its stride. It's a great little boat, built right here in South Australia, and it's great to know that if you do get caught out there on a day like today, it's going to get you home comfortably and safely.
Now here's the chance to win the magic Humminbird portable echo sounder, thanks to Glasscraft Marine in Perry Street. The Humminbird goes with virtually any boat. It's worth $425, comes with a 3-year warranty, and is a big performer in the fish finding stakes. To go into the draw, simply phone 1902 555 682 and leave your details. Phones will be open for the rest of the weekend.
You know, South Australia is one of only 3 places on Earth to have a Dodge tide. The other 2 are the Torres Strait and the Gulf of Mexico. And a Dodge is when there's not much movement and the fish have a day off, so it's a good time to stay home.
Tonight, Troy's epic airborne adventure touches down for some bush tucker.
Bob's your uncle, Mary's your aunt, Mum's a word.
Who's the fastest on Troy's Outback Challenge?
Yeah, mate, did a good job.
And there's the rugged mountain trek to a real Aussie Garden of Eden, 7:30 tonight on 7.
I remember my parents looking on as I learned to swim at State Swim. For them, it was peace of mind that I should become a strong, safe swimmer. For me, it was more about fun than fitness, until State Swim helped me realise my potential. G'day. Learning to swim well is an asset for life. So do as my parents did and enrol your child with State Swim for fun, fitness, safety and success with State Swim.
I use Thrive from Yates. It makes everything grow real big, real fast. That's what mates are for.
Put it on your garden and watch and thrive.
Hey, nice and cool. Yeah, it used to be a commercial seller. But here's some real treasures.
And your new toy?
Upstairs, mate.
Oh, what a beauty. And in here?
Just some furniture.
Lock up, secure, economical, domestic and commercial, undercover storage. Lock up whatever you've got and store it now. Less than 3 Ks from the city GPO. Adelaide Lockup.
I've got one! I've got one!
I've got one.
And you can get one with help from your locally operated Got One store. Enjoy the fishing experience. Still one of the most popular pastimes in Australia. Soak up the great outdoors. Take your family fishing today. And you don't need any experience to have a great time. And we have more than just fishing tackle. All quality brand products. So if you want to catch that big one, see your Got One store today. He's got one. He's got one. And he's got one. Got One fishing tackle with stores across Australia. There's got to be one near you.
If you're planning a wedding, book your formal wear this month at Ferrari's, and regardless of the wedding date, you can hire from just $49 per outfit. That's a saving of $41. But hurry, it's for bookings made this month only at Ferrari Formal Wear.
Your last chance now to win the Canon camera from Ted's. So get to it and send your best or worst photo or video to FAB South Oz, Box 6007, Halifax Street, Adelaide 5000. There's only a couple of weeks left to win this.
It's the Canon UC 6000 camcorder from Ted's Camera Store in Rundle Street. You're guaranteed to capture the best shots with the 16 times optical zoom and a whole range of other magic features. The UC 6000 from Canon and Ted's, of course. Well, we're back for some, hopefully, fishing action here on American River this morning, Kangaroo Island. Shane, it's a beautiful spot just here.
It's one of my favourite places on the island, Steve.
G'day.
How are you, mate? The best thing about it is even when it's a bit windy like it is today, you can still find somewhere to fish.
Well, we've got Jim Thistleton here from Kangaroo Island Diving Safaris who's going to take us out for a little jaunt up the river there. Jim, good morning to you.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Shane, how are you?
Are we going to catch some?
Oh, we're going to catch a heap. Bag out.
Bag out.
Bag out. That's
This is what optimism for start today. Fantastic. I really love it. American River got its name from some American sealers and whalers who used the place as a base last century. It's quiet, it's peaceful, and it's still got an old world charm that keeps drawing you back time and time again.
Oh, that's all right.
No, it's probably not legal.
Check the size.
Yeah, we'll give him a measure, but might be struggling to make the 30 centimetres of it. Don't have to measure this one, he's fine. That's a nice one, that's a better fish.
All right. There's tonight's dinner.
Thank you. For the rabbits.
And the fish.
And the fish, that's a good fish. Nice one. One for a while.
Good on you. Oh, look at this. The lady's into it.
Oh, have a look at this. He's the star of the show.
He's
He's hogging the action. We're supposed to be doing this.
Come on, Andrew, what's your trick, mate?
Come on, Andrew. Patience. Be a nice whiting again, I'd say.
Good job he's not on the jetty. We'd all be on top of him, take his spot.
Oh, it's lovely, lovely whiting. That's a nice whiting.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you don't have to measure that guy either. Okay, you can go and sit up in the cabin now.
Yeah, let us catch a couple, will you?
Nice fish.
Beautiful fish.
We were fishing a Dodge tide, so finding whiting in any numbers was always going to be difficult.
Big, I reckon, Jeff. This is going to be. Look at that.
Oh,
Wait, what?
come on.
There we go.
Look at that, Shane.
Red mullet often go hand in hand with whiting.
Fish today? The red mullet. That's only a good one too. Is that legal?
And if you're on the river with good tides, those big whiting can really bite their heads off.
Propellers need to be kept as clean as possible. What we find even with a lot of the power boats, the bigger ones, the serious guys will lift their boats out a couple of times a year just to clean the propellers. With a pleasure boat, we find we tend to sand them up, polish them up and spray them with anti-foul because they're not so much frequent use, they tend to get foul before the customer gets to use the boat. It doesn't matter whether it's a small little tinny or a 55-footer like we're looking at here now.
For many people, there's nothing like a coldie at the end of a long day's fishing, particularly with your well-earned catch. But it's important to remember before you indulge in a beer or wine that half the boating fatalities occurring in Australia every year involve alcohol. Remember that the legal limit is 0.05, just as on the roads, for both operator and crew. So perhaps leave the alcohol for after you get off the water and have a safe trip.
Hi, Shirley Harris with Sunday's weather and fishing tips. The weather looks fairly average for boating tomorrow with northwesterly winds of 12 to 17 knots before shifting southwesterly during the day and freshening to 17 to 22 knots. Seas will rise to between 1 and 2 metres later in the day. And a couple of hot spots for fishing. Excellent catches of garfish are being reported at Henley and Grange Jetty. Outer Harbour breakwaters early in the morning is a great place to be for salmon trout, and West Lakes for bream and squid at Brighton Jetty.
And that's all I've got time for this show. But join us next week when we put the sea legend through its paces and look at how to catch garfish. That's FAB, 5:30 next Saturday, here on 7. See you then.
What's that? Watch out! Yeah. What's the go, Clara?
I know, this is the...
So how's the windscreen going, Laura?
Excellent.
Okay.